Good morning or afternoon. Today we're looking at number 108, Now is the Month of Maying, duet in Book 2. This is what's called a ballet, which is very similar to a madrigal by Thomas Morley, written and published in 1595, a long time ago. Thomas Morley was a Renaissance musician and composer. He lived in England at the same time as Shakespeare, and it's long rumored that he had a very collaborative relationship with Shakespeare in that he set some of Shakespeare's verses to music. Thomas Morley was the most famous secular or non-religious composer in all of England and in all of Europe. It's worth noting that this piece itself is definitely secular. In fact, the lyrics are kind of inappropriate. Now, that being said, he was also a singer, composer, and organist at St. Paul's Cathedral, and he was eventually granted a patent, or honestly, more accurately, a monopoly at the time on printing music, which he used to collaborate with some other musicians and get pretty wealthy. So if this piece sounds very Renaissance-y to you, that's because it is a Renaissance piece. It was originally written for voice, but we're going to play it on instruments today. Looking through it, it has the tempo of allegretto, which is a little bit slower than allegro, and it's also in cut time, so it's going to be faster than it looks at first glance. It's in the key of concert F. There's not really anything that's confusing here for most instruments to play, as long as you're used to playing it pretty quickly. So we're going to look at some other instruments that their parts are going to be a little different. All right, clarinets, you're going to be up here in your altissimo register again. So keep your embouchure firm, your chin flat, and all of those things perfect. Percussion, I see a tambourine part in A, so make sure that you're doing the roll there with your thumb if you can. If you're having trouble with the thumb roll, you can either use a specific kind of wax that's made specifically for tambourines, or you can even use rosin, which string players use on their bows. And then for the B part, there's a triangle part, which shouldn't give you any trouble whatsoever. Now, looking at the B part for other instruments, it's also fairly simple, unless you're a clarinet player, but it does have at the very beginning a pickup note that is a rest. So just make sure that you're waiting for the A part to play that first note, and that's really it. So I hope that you enjoy the Renaissance sound of this one and have a fantastic day.